Welcome back to AI Trekkers. I'm John.
And I'm Emma.
And today we're looking at,
A pretty fascinating startup.
yeah, called Exa.
Have you heard of this?
I have, yeah. They're trying to turn the entire web into
Whoa.
like a searchable database.
Instead of keywords.
Yeah. They're
But
using AI and large language models to
Okay.
understand the actual meaning of web pages.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, it's a pretty big goal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about it. We've been using keywords to search the internet for what feels like forever now.
Yeah, since the beginning. It feels like.
But Eggs is proposing something totally different. They want search to be about meaning, like the actual concepts.
Right, like understanding context instead of just matching words.
Exactly. So how do they do this? I mean,
I-
how do they approach this?
So they use these things called embeddings, right?
Yeah, embeddings.
And it's kind of like, imagine you're reading a research paper, like a really complicated research paper on, I don't know, AI's impact on the job market or whatever. X's system, they use a large language model, and they analyze that paper and create this unique embedding for it.
Okay.
And this embedding, it's not just a collection of keywords, right? It's like a digital fingerprint that captures all those core ideas in the paper, like all the arguments and everything.
Like a condensed version of the paper's meaning, like a little snapshot of the meaning.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
I think I'm following. So each web page gets its own unique fingerprint based on its meaning. But how does that help me actually find stuff when I'm searching?
Okay, so let's say you're looking for info on, I don't know, like the ethical implications of using AI in healthcare.
Okay.
Now, with traditional search engines, you'd have to type in specific keywords.
Right. AI, ethics, healthcare, all that stuff.
Yeah, but with Exa, the search engine would actually understand the concept you're trying to get at, the meaning behind your search. And then it can connect your query to those web pages that have embeddings that match that concept.
Yeah.
Even if those pages don't use your exact keywords.
That makes a lot of sense. So the search engine gets what I mean, not just what I typed.
Exactly.
But isn't that a massive, massive undertaking? I mean, the internet is huge.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the biggest challenges Excess faces, right? They've only managed to process a tiny fraction of the web.
Right.
Compared to, giants like Google.
Right.
It's a slow process, expensive.
So that makes sense why their first product, Websets, it's targeted towards researchers.
Yeah.
People who need very, very specific data sets.
Specialized users.
Yeah. Not really for me just browsing for, cat videos.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It seems like they're going for those niche markets
Yeah.
where this kind of deep conceptual search is super valuable.
Yeah, like they have an example where you can search for startups developing like cutting edge hardware.
Oh, wow.
And instead of getting just like a ton of random websites, you get a curated list of companies.
That's really neat. But that leads me to kind of a question. The CEO, Will Brick, he says that you don't need to embed the whole web for this to be useful. What do you think about that? Do you agree?
I think it really depends on how you define useful.
Okay.
For those really, really specific searches, like finding really obscure research papers or trying to figure out who your competitors are in a very specific market,
Yeah.
that partial embedding, that might be enough.
Okay.
But for your everyday searches, when people are looking for all sorts of different information,
Right.
I think you probably do need a more complete index.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this all sounds really interesting, but what are the long-term implications here? Could this be the future of search? What do we think?
I think it's possible. I mean, imagine a world where you can easily find the information that matches what you're really looking for,
Yeah.
Research is streamlined. Businesses can find opportunities like that.
Yeah.
That's the potential here.
That's what they're tapping into.
Yeah.
Well, definitely a lot to think about. What are your final thoughts on Exa and their quest to change how search works?
I think it's a bold approach. It's innovative. It could significantly change how we interact with information.
Yeah.
Now, will it become the dominant search paradigm?
Right.
Who knows?
Only time will tell.
But I think one thing's for sure, they're pushing the boundaries. What's possible with AI and search? And I think that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very cool stuff. Thanks for joining us on AI Trekkers
See you on our next adventure.
as we explore the AI universe.